Don't worry about what you can get. Just concentrate on what you can give. The more good you give out, the more good you will get back. The scientists tell us that we have about 70,000 thoughts a day. Can you imagine? And of those 70,000 thoughts, about 80% of those are negative. And our thoughts are mostly the same every day. Negative thoughts consume 90% more energy than a positive one. If you're feeling anxious, it means you're living in the future. You're not in the present moment. And if you feel depressed, you're likely living in the past. Everything and everyone that show up in your life is a reflection of something that's happening inside you. The reason that some of your thoughts don't come to pass is that other thoughts have, and they've got in the way. Working with your thoughts is tricky. You have to really understand your programming first, and then you can take steps to install new programming into your subconscious mind. And once you've done that, things start to get easier. Your dominant thoughts manifest in your life. So if you don't like what's going on right now, the first place to start looking is at what you're thinking. What sort of messages are you giving to yourself every day? Think about that. What sort of stories do you tell yourself on an ongoing daily basis? What does your inner critic say to you? You don't get what you want in life. You get what you are. What you are. And what you are is what you believe to be true about yourself. It's those limiting beliefs that you've probably had all your life, telling you you're not good enough, you're not thin enough, you're not clever enough, you can't do that, and on and on and on. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can do that. You can do whatever you believe you can do. And if your current beliefs aren't serving you, then change them. Every thought we think is creating our life for tomorrow, next week, and next year. So if you feel like your life's passing you by and you haven't got what you wanted yet, do something about it. Don't just sit there and think, oh, this is it for me, poor me, there's nothing I can do. There is something you can do. You can change it all, but it all starts and ends with you. But our brains are lazy and will always take the path of least resistance. The brain sees change as danger. It's unfamiliar territory. It wants to keep us safe. And to the brain, what's familiar is safe. That's why most of us don't like change. It feels uncomfortable. So begin to ask yourself questions like, where did I get that belief? Is it really true? Can I be certain it's true? Is it making me feel good? And if it's not, then why believe it? Don't believe everything you think. Dr. Wayne Dyer told us that many years ago. You will never be happier or more successful than you believe you deserve to be. So decide to change those beliefs if they're limiting you. So what can we do about all of this? I can hear you say. Well, there's a lot we can do. We don't have time to go into all of that today, but here are a few things you can start to do right away. Start to monitor your thoughts. Become aware of what you're thinking. Awareness is the key to change. And start to question your beliefs. We're all identified with our stories, so begin to tell yourself a different story. Use positive statements to install a new set of beliefs and develop a positive mindset when you do. Then you will create new neural pathways in the brain and start to reprogram your subconscious mind and think exclusively on what you want, the end result. But don't worry about how you're going to achieve it. That will be revealed along the way. Leave that to the laws of nature. The bottom line is we can either make ourselves miserable or we can make ourselves happy by the thoughts we think. The amount of effort is the same. So don't listen to the criticism committee playing its soundtrack in your head. There's nothing more rewarding or worthwhile than going on a journey of self-discovery. Take the time to understand and get to know yourself. I certainly didn't know myself before I started on this journey. And what could be more valuable than learning how to live this wonderful gift of life we've been given to the full? So many of us don't appreciate what a truly magnificent gift it is, and we waste so much of it being miserable and worrying about things that will probably never happen. Learn to be happy now. Don't wait for something or someone to make you happy. Happiness is a state like anger or fear. It's not something you get, it's something you are. Life doesn't get better by chance, it gets better by change. Start to believe the rest of your life will be the best of your life. Embrace the amazing gift of life you've been given. The only thing standing between you and your dream is your belief that it's possible and your willingness to go after it. I hope from the bottom of my heart that what you've heard today may have sparked an interest in how your thoughts affect your life. Because what I most want to impress upon every one of you is that there is a principle at play in the universe that turns your thoughts into things. Please think about what I've said. Think for yourself as to how this principle is already at work in your life. Because by recognizing it and by understanding its existence, you can start to use it to your advantage and begin to turn your wishes into reality. Thoughts become things, and whether you believe that or not is entirely up to you. But what I can tell you beyond a shadow of doubt is if you start to understand these universal laws and work with them instead of against them, your life will change like night and day. And you will discover that what you most want lies only a thought away. And that's not wishful thinking. It's just the way it is. It's the way things have always been in time and space. Thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate you tuning in. I'm Angela Caine, a transformational coach, and you're listening to WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network, and the Relationship Ready Mind talk show. Don't forget to tune in again next week when we'll be exploring other things that will help you on the path to self-fulfillment and happiness. Thanks again for tuning in. Take care and bye for now.